Come here.
Okay. He's putting it out.
Mommy's right here.
Please come.
What he's doing.
Oh my God.
Isaiah.
Everybody back up. I think he's trying to switch.
Okay. Mommy loves you. I'm right here.
I think he's just trying to take care of it.
My son follows you.
No, he's playing with it. He's playing. He's playing it. No. He's protected.
Please protect him. Isaiah, be calm. Be calm.
Good.
Be calm. Be calm.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are they coming? Are they coming?
There's the zoo worker.
Oh my God, he's drowning. He's drowning. I cannot
Just the mom should go. He's just sitting there. I think she's right there. Oh my God, he's got Get the kid out of here. Go over there. Everyone should go this way.
What's going on, world? And what we have here is a failure to parent, a failure to be a true mom, and a failure to listen to your parents. Now, we have a gorilla that got shot and killed because he was obviously going to hurt this little boy. And you have a lot of people protesting this gorilla getting shot. Obviously, their children wasn't in that pit. Because if their children was in that pit and the zookeeper shot that gorilla, it wouldn't be no protest. Throw y'all children up in that pit and see if y'all said, oh, you could have tranquilized them. No, if your child is with a silverback gorilla or anything, you're not waiting for no tranquilizer. You understand, these animals are wild. And tranquilizers don't. I mean, that gorilla could snap that little boy's neck before that tranquilizer even kick in. Okay? But I want to talk about a couple of things because what we have right here is an example of bad parenting. You see, what this demonstrates is this generation's parents is more concerned with pretty much socializing with everyone else besides their own kids. Now, I did this video about Mother's Day a couple of weeks ago and how a lot of these parents, a lot of these moms don't need to have kids. And that a parent and a mom is really more than just having something come out from between your legs. It's more about what happens after conception that proves you are a mom. It's those 18 years after conception that proves who's the real mom and who isn't. Because I can guarantee you this mom, because I have 4 kids, alright? And never one of them ever got that close to any cage where they about to slip in. They climb on that thing, I say, get yours off that fence. I don't sit there and take the time to negotiate with them and say, please get off that fence. No, you know better than climbing up on people's property. But see, this demonstrates what this little boy do at home. This demonstrates what this little boy do when he go to the grocery store. This demonstrates what this boy do every time he out in public. His mom tell him don't do something. He want to talk back and act like, oh no, mom, I'm all right, mom. Act like he a grown little man. that little Negro got dragged through the mud. I bet he won't be climbing over nobody else's fence. But see, he's just a little boy, so he can't help it. I can't take out my anger on this little boy because a boy gonna be a boy. And I can guarantee you that this little boy have seen the new Jungle Book movie. I can guarantee you that this little boy, has he seen Jungle Book movie? I can guarantee you this little boy has seen Jungle Book movie. And somewhere in his mind, when he went to the zoo, he didn't see wild animals. No, no, no. Somewhere in his mind, he's seen cuddly animals that come talk to you if you get close to him. He's seen a panther that will talk to you, that will rescue you from the tiger. He's seen a bear that can sing and whistle. So he didn't see wild animals. Because I can guarantee you what he's seen on TV and through these Disney movies, he didn't see wild animals. He's seen furry little humans wrapped up in furry little bodies. You see? Because while TV and everything else is trying to humanize animals, one thing we as humans forget is that animals are wild and they're animals. You can't get near them. But a little young boy will not have that perception in his mind. That's all he sees. You see, I let my kids watch, tigers and lions chase down these gazelles and zebras. I let them watch that. I let them watch what's going to happen. I let them watch videos on YouTube about stupid people going next to these animals getting chewed up. I let them watch that stuff. See, a lot of people say, oh, don't let your kids. No. You got to let your kids see reality. That when you get close to this is what's going to happen to you. No jaguar finna sit there and talk to you. No wild animal finna sit there and talk to you. The wild animal's going to eat you up. But again, I'm saying this not to express my anger towards this little boy because, again, a toddler going to think like a toddler. A toddler's going to think what he's seen. And his reality of an animal is not ingrained in his mind. That should be ingrained into his mom's mind. But I can guarantee you, when you look at this mom, what was she doing where your son got out of sight so much where he got a chance to climb over the fence and fall down? Because I'm pretty sure that when he climbed over the fence, there was a little ground between that drop that he could have climbed on. But the little boy had time to climb over, walk over, and fall right down. What was mama doing? On the phone, perhaps? On social media? Taking pictures on the phone? I'm not the one to judge, but I can guarantee you something about that. Because if I'm watching my kids again, my kid's not finna climb up on nobody's property. I don't care if I'm at a zoo or anything. My kids go to somebody's house. You don't climb over nobody's fence. I teach that to my kids before they go to anybody's house. My son put his shoes on anybody's couches. I tell him to get his shoes off the couch. It's just respect. You go into a zoo, that's another person's property. You teach your kids, don't climb on people's stuff like that. Even if he didn't fall down. Why is this little boy climbing on the fence? That don't belong to him. Because mama too busy in her own little world. You see, she didn't take little Johnny or little Bobby Ray or whatever the little boy's name was to the zoo to spend time with him. She took that little boy to the zoo so he could run around and get the energy out, and she could go have time to herself. And then the little boy climbed over the fence and fall in. She's saying, "Mommy here." No, mommy shouldn't have been 40 feet up above your son while you're getting dragged. Mommy should have jumped right in after him and did everything she can to get that grill off her son. You see, animals have more bravery and more cojones than a lot of these parents today. A lot of animal parents will actually risk their lives and die to protect their kids. They're not humans. They stand way up at the top talking about, "Mommy's here. Mommy's here." We're in a sad situation, folks. Very, very sad. That if she was watching her kids, then you're sitting there negotiating with y'all. I don't know. I just can't fathom. I remember a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, little grandma was going on a hike with the little boy, and the little boy got away from the grandma. I think 4 or 5 years, lost in the woods or the mountains somewhere. They couldn't find him. I'm like, how do your kids, as a grown parent, how do your kids have so much control over over there, just getting away from you and You have no control over your kids, man. Because that's the generation we come to now. We're in a generation of you got to be friends with your kids. There's no such thing as parents. No. We don't need to be parents. Let the government, let the police, just let the government parent your kids. Let the teachers indoctrinate your kids. But no, you as a parent, you worry about being your child's friend. No. Child needs a parent at home. Child needs somebody to dictate and guide that little child into how he's supposed to act. And if he don't listen, you take that little belt and tear that little... I mean, discipline them little boys. But no, we want to get on public and say, oh no, please don't climb that fence. Please don't. Please don't do this to mommy. Please don't embarrass mommy. Where was daddy at? Same. Another thing I want to talk about this video, because what this just reminded me of is that you got this whole thing, justice for a gorilla, dog. Justice for a gorilla. Now I understand. It's not his fault he's in that zoo. I mean, if it was up to that gorilla's choice, he would be in the wild. But again, he's going extinct, so he would have been extinct. So it's not his fault that he's in that zoo. He's trapped into a place where he can't get out of. This is not his natural habitat. You guys put him there. And then people come watch you every day. You can't, I mean, just imagine if we're like that. Just imagine somebody took us, put us in some kind of enclosure as a museum. Somebody come feed us food every day whenever they want to. We got a little place we can play. And people pay to come watch us every day. How irritated we would be. So this is not his fault. But then again, to sit there and say you should have took a different approach to this gorilla. What people don't understand, I hate these animal activists because their fight is like, it's useless, man. It's like, what are you doing, man? An animal is an animal, and human is a human. Whose life do you value more? Humans are made in God's image, not animals. Whose life do you value more? You value that gorilla life more than you value that little boy? Or anybody's life? I guess so. You got some humans have more love to animals than they do other humans. And that's why you have all these humans that have these animals get ate up by these animals. You have the woman sleeping in a bed with a monkey, taking a bath with a monkey, and the dude ate her whole face off. But the animal activist is doing a petition to press criminal charge because they didn't have to use excessive force on a goddamn gorilla. On a gorilla, man. Gorilla could snap this little boy's back in half before you say lousers. And no, you didn't have to kill the gorilla. But the same thing we have been saying when we talked about Trayvon Martin. You didn't have to kill Trayvon Martin. Dude didn't have a gun. You didn't have to kill a little boy that held the play toy at the police officer. He was excessive force for that, but you didn't hear anything about that. No. Those were thugs, right? The police had to kill him because they feared for their life. And while I agree that the police deal with a lot, and I'm not saying anything about whether they should have killed the dudes or not, my point is, it should have been this much outrage over the death of unarmed black men by police and little fat vigilantes who acting like neighborhood watches, killing unarmed black men who didn't pose any threat, as a gorilla did. It should have been that much outrage as it is over gorilla. You see, so what this episode told me is that in this country, we put more value on a gorilla, on an animal life, than we do on a black man. They said they didn't have to use that excessive force. And the same thing I said. If they could have used a taser on a gorilla, a 400-pound gorilla, or a whatever those little dart things are, they could use one of those on 400 pounds. Why they couldn't use the taser on a 150-pound black man? On a 130-pound, 18-year-old young man named Trayvon Martin. But that's the country we live in, folks. That's the time we live in. Sad case we see. And I think instead of, if anything, they didn't have to kill the animal. If they don't want to kill it, they should have took that mom and threw her in there as a distraction. Let the animal pound that mom into the ground while the boy got away. Yeah, don't kill the gorilla, but I say if my child got in there, if for any reason my child slipped up in there, I would not be mad if they killed a gorilla. And I'm sorry. Whether my child did listen to me or not, a human life is much more valuable than an animal. Any day, in my book. You animal activists and all that, y'all screwed up in the membrane. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. Your vegans and all this other stuff were more attention to an animal, and I'm more outraged because a gorilla got shot because he about to kill a little boy than a young unarmed black man got killed because he was just walking down the street and he looked scary. Good to be in America, man. Home of the free. This is the land of stupid, man. But anyway, I just had to get that rant out, man. I've been kind of busy, and I just wanted to get that rant out right there. But yeah, y'all have a good one. If all you little dumb parents, please watch your kids, man. Because, well, I can tell you what good did come out this thing, because I can guarantee you, and I'm going to get back to the little boy. I've seen many little boys like this little joker. I've watched little boys like this little joker where you tell them something and they like, why? Like, you don't have to listen to you. Like, homeboy, because I said so, little punk. Don't be asking me why. I'm a grown man. Don't be questioning me. You do what I say. I guarantee you, this little incident right here, if he don't forget this, what this gonna tell him, because I guarantee you, when that gorilla dragged that little boy through that mud, he seen his mom's face that whole time telling him to stop. If she did tell him to stop, I don't know if she was even looking at him. I don't know if she just heard a splash and turned around. I don't know what it was. But if she was telling that boy to stop climbing on that fence and he didn't listen, I can guarantee you, this going to save this boy a lot of trouble when he got older. Because I can look at a lot of little young boys today and know when they get older, them little boys going to be some terrorists, man. I'm not talking about blow some stuff. I'm just talking about just out there on the street acting a fool. Because mama and daddy didn't put their foot down. So something good did come out this thing. And it's the fact that this little boy, hopefully, if he learned what Jamilza did, when your mama tell you to do something, sit your little behind down. Don't be climbing on no fences. Don't climb on nobody's property like that. What's wrong with you? Because your mama didn't whip your behind that gorilla did. So whatever that gorilla name is, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for whooping that little boy's behind. He probably down there. You didn't listen to your mama? Okay. This what happens when you don't listen to your mom. You know, because sometimes you see these little kids don't listen to your mom, you want to do the same thing that gorilla did. So little gorilla, I want to thank you. I'm sorry you had to lose your life, but you disciplined that little boy the way the mom should have. Next time you're going to be climbing nobody's property. Anyway, I'm out. See ya.